Frozen is the story of two sisters. My character Kristoff comes in and helps Anna, who's the sort of leading lady character, find her sister.
Okay.
I don't want to give away too much.
That's fair. All right, so describe to me the character you play in Frozen, and what's he like? How is he different from an average cartoon character, animated character, and how is he like you?
Oh, okay. In Frozen, I play the character of Kristoff, and probably my favorite thing about him is he's not your typical Disney leading man. He's got a stockier body, which I can relate to. And he's scrappy, he's got a sense of humor, and I think he's the perfect foil for the character of Anna, who Kristen Bell plays, because Anna is not your typical Disney leading lady either. She's got a sense of humor, and they both actually grew up sort of alone. And Kristoff has lived in the woods by himself for a long time. His only companion is his reindeer Sven, who, when you see in the movie, he does a sort of voice for Sven's thoughts, which is also one of my favorite elements of Kristoff.
Awesome. So how are Kristoff and Sven like you?
I would say Kristoff is like me first and foremost because we don't have a typical skinny jean Disney prince body. I come from a long line of dairy farmers, so I can relate to his stocky build. And I think as a person, I can relate to Kristoff because I guess he's got a sense of fun about him and he's got a sense of humor about him, and I appreciate that, and I think I can relate to that.
Okay, so Kristoff sings a lullaby to Sven. Mm-hmm. Elaborate for me on that.
Yes. Kristoff sings a lullaby to Sven called Reindeers Are Better Than People. And it was a really psychotic moment in the recording studio because they sing together. And I voice Kristoff, and Kristoff voices Sven. So I was singing a duet with myself, essentially.
Can we hear a little bit of that?
And it goes a little something like this. Reindeers are better than people. Sven, don't you think I'm right? Yes, people will hurt you and beat you. And I can't really remember the words, but it's something like that. Every one of them's bad, except you. Thanks, buddy. But people smell better than reindeers. Sven, don't you think that's true? And then he sings again, but I can't remember exactly what he says. But that's basically the gist.
Pretty good. What does Kristoff think of Anna when he meets her, and how does his opinion change throughout the movie?
I think that one of the great things about the Anna-Kristoff relationship is that they start off as friends, and it actually starts off as a business arrangement because she needs somebody to help find her sister, and he's the guy that can do it because he's so familiar with the territory and he's got the sleigh. And so it starts off as a business relationship, and then they sort of spar with each other, and he sort of thinks she's crazy because she got engaged to someone that she just met. And then they start to find that they have a great sort of chemistry and a great sort of friend relationship. And they kind of end up falling for each other a little bit, sort of unbeknownst to them, because she's sort of with another man in the beginning, and he's a loner and not really interested in her, certainly not interested in dating a princess. And so they have kind of an unexpected relationship, and I feel really good about the fact that little kids will be going to see this movie, and they'll be seeing a relationship blossom that starts as friends and starts as sort of an unexpected thing, and I think that that's really unique and special in a sort of classic Disney movie.
And on that note, how important is the role of family in this film, and how does that relate to you?
I think that more than any other Disney movie, Frozen sort of redefines what true love is. I think that in a lot of previous films, true love has been like, one day my prince will come, and it's all about finding a man in your life and for a young woman. And I think that this movie turns it on its head and redefines it in a really surprising and beautiful way. And I think that that is really a great message to be sending to the kids that are going to see this movie, because Disney movies, I think, inevitably are a part of our makeup growing up. And so to have a message that is about love and about family is really important. And certainly that means a lot to me. And when this movie premieres at Thanksgiving, I'm going to go to Pennsylvania and see it with my own family. And they mean so much to me, and family is really important in my life. And they also know how much Disney was important to me growing up. So I'm going to have a really great moment with them at Thanksgiving when we go see this movie. I think it's going to be special for all of us.
The film is an epic comedy adventure. Can you speak to what makes it funny?
Mm-hmm.
And then how is it an epic adventure?
When I first found out that Bobby and Kristen Lopez were doing the music in the movie, I knew that this film was going to be unlike any other Disney movie, and I knew, knowing that Bobby wrote Avenue Q and the Book of Mormon, that there was going to be an offbeat sense of humor, which I think is really great and one of the things that makes this movie really special. Also, when I found out that Josh Gad had been cast as Sven, knowing his comedic ability, I feel like when I saw the movie, it reminded me of Robin Williams as the genie, that he brings this sort of undeniable, unique comedic performance to the role of Olaf. It's like, it's unbelievable what he brings. You can just feel his energy coming through the snowman, and I think it's a really great comedic element of the movie. Also, the movie is this huge epic adventure, and when I was recording in the booth, I couldn't believe how physical it was, because we're like racing through the fjords, and we're batting off wolves, and there's this crazy marshmallow man that we come in contact with, and it's a real epic sort of adventure. Anna and Kristoff get to go on this big journey to find her sister, and it sort of ends up playing as an action movie at the end of the day, which I think people will really enjoy.